Welcome back to Cryptopia, where we go over the wet and wild happening in NFT land. On the weekends, I like to take a look at the news and just kind of see what's going on, what's been going on, and where we're at. So, CryptoPunk NFT is the latest donation to Ukraine's campaign. It says 33 million here. I'm seeing a variety of different numbers. I've seen like 200 million, 50 million, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, they're raising money for Ukraine. Obviously, you know what's going on in Ukraine and Russia right now. And there is a cryptocurrency wallet fund kind of thing set up where which you can donate cryptocurrencies to them. It's not just Ethereum. I think you can donate Sol. You can donate like a bunch of other cryptocurrencies, not just Ethereum, which is nice. So CryptoPunk 5364 was transferred to Ukrainian's Ethereum wallet on a Tuesday, aiding a potentially lucrative and sought-after asset to a donation campaign that's already amassed over several $1 million in cryptocurrency. So they also did a cryptocurrency. They have cryptocurrency wallet set up, and now they're actually kind of shifting into NFTs. So here we go. So you can do ETH, you can do DOT, you can do USDT, and BTC. Oh, I thought I saw Sol, but I guess you can't do a Sol. But yeah, so this was, this is pretty cool. Again, it's to help out with what's going on. They're using it for a variety of things: military hardware, supplies for civilians, including food and gas. So if you're interested in that, I'll try and find a link and put in the description down below if I can remember. But there's that. So moving on to a little bit more of what's going on with Ukraine and crypto and NFTs and whatnot. Ukraine is issuing a non-fungible token to fund armed forces. Ukraine has announced it will issue non-fungible tokens to fund its armed forces as a cryptocurrency becomes an increasingly popular means of giving support to the government in Kiev. So this is before what we saw, the previous article was really just more or less talking about the crypto assets that they're opening, the wallets that were available. Now they're going to be doing a little bit more in the NFT space for this. So after careful consideration, so this guy is the vice president or vice prime minister, and he's also like the head of the Ministry of Digital Transformation or something like that, which I think is a pretty cool title. But anyway, so he said, after careful consideration, we decided to cancel airdrops. Essentially, anybody who donated to any of the any of the wallets, any amount of crypto would get like an airdrop, right? Kind of like a thank you. So after careful consideration, we decided to cancel the airdrop. Every day, there are more and more people willing to help Ukraine to fight back the aggression. Instead, we will announce NFTs to support Ukrainian armed forces soon. We do not have any plans to issue any fungible token. So this was on the 3rd. Be on the lookout for that. I don't think that's out yet. I didn't see anything about it kind of being out already. Okay, so moving on past sort of the Ukrainian news and the NFT stuff, Parlor is trying to attract crypto users to its new marketplace with Trump NFT. Parlor is looking to attract a broader crypto audience to its platform using NFTs. The first drop on the Parlor-powered NFT marketplace, Deep Red Sky, features Donald Trump. All right, I mean, that's a really cool way of getting it started. So if you guys don't know, Parler is a social media platform, and it's sort of touted as this free speech area, right? You have a lot of right-wingers that are on there because, on the, perceived left-wing platforms, I guess like Twitter and Facebook and whatever else is considered a left-wing platform, they get banned for stating their opinions about things. So Parler touts itself as, we are a free speech. Say whatever you want. We do not curate you in that way, which is super nice. It has, from briefly reading about it, sort of become more right-leaning simply because a lot of the rights on there, but it is a free platform for everybody to come on. Saying that though, it also they named their marketplace Deep Red Sky. So I didn't know this, but apparently Twitter has their own like decentralized social media platform project called Blue Sky. Which, Red Sky, Blue Sky, the red, the blue, right, the left colors. It's kind of like, it's supposed to be this decentralized place. And within this article, they talk about how they don't want it to see. Oh, I would say, to be quite honest, Parlor site today is heavily political. And if that's the way it is, that's fine. Again, yes, that is fine. But I think beginning the next few months, you'll see a variety of NFTs that will come that would call both partisan and non-partisan. Hopefully, potentially, I don't know if that's really going to happen. If people know where this is coming from, this is Parlor, and they're jumping on because they are familiar with Parlor itself. I don't really see how they're going to get away from the political side of things that they've sort of already become. It was a natural thing. The market kind of demanded that the right needed a space where which they could say what they wanted to say without being canceled or scrutinized or deleted or banned or whatever. So that's fine, and I think that's true. I think everyone should be able to do that. But calling it deep red sky, to me that speaks volume in the fact that, like, the red, right, and then you got like the blue sky on Twitter side, which is kind of like the left. So I don't know if that was really the intention here, but it seems like it kind of was. So I don't really know if you're really going to be able to step away from it just because you want to. You may want to. I don't think it will. And your front running NFT, at least right now, is Donald Trump. So I mean, if you wanted to keep it neutral and non-political, why did you have the top politically controversial man? Well, I don't know if he's a top, but he's quite politically controversial. Be your front-running NFT. You're obviously going to draw a specific type of people to your platform already. So, I mean, that's just, if you want to keep it politically neutral, why did you do this? You should launch something politically neutral. Also, I get that this is a good advertising ploy, but again, you're attracting a specific kind of people, and you should sort of just expect that that's, if you get more of that, you can't say, well, we didn't want it to be that way. You have to take the step forward to make it not that way. And you still can, but it just seems like they're not going to. Okay, moving on. NFT Mania shows signs of cooling as average prices and sales decline. Daily sales are down 83% since Jan. Non-fungible data shows average selling price. Average selling price of NFTs has dropped to below 2,000. Yeah, so I'm not going to bore you too much with this one. This is the last article that I just wanted to touch on. As it says, basically what the title says is that things are starting to decline and go down, and the sales aren't what they used to even, a couple months ago, right? So the average selling price of a non-fungible token has declined to under 2,000 compared with its all-time high of almost 69,000 on Jan 2nd. According to industry data tracker Non-Fungible, the daily total sales average was about 26.2 million on March 3rd. The data shows the tally was 160.2 million on Jan 31st. Since February 24th, when Russia attacked Ukraine, the average selling price has dropped by about 30%. And, who can really say it right now? Because of everything that's going on, because of the uncertainty of kind of just everything, I think people are just sort of maybe holding back on exactly where they're going to spend their money right now. You don't know if these which NFTs are going to blow up, which ones aren't. So, and you don't really know what country is, well, not all countries are going to come out of this on top. It's really just like, how's the world going to come out after this, right? What's going to happen? Things are dramatically changing every single day. So it makes sense that maybe people aren't willing to dive into a speculative market as they were at the beginning of the year when things were relatively more optimistic. I would say COVID was still a big thing. COVID's kind of, calmed down a little bit now, where you still have the convoy that happened in Canada very recently. And they're still protesting, by the way. It's just not as big. The trucks themselves aren't really around anymore. It's just sort of individual people and their cars. They're not bringing the big rigs. But the States has just begun there. So now they're in Washington, D.C., and they bring their trucks, and they've got their own convoy going on. So things are still there, but it's lessened. Like a lot of the restrictions in Canada have actually loosened up very recently. The vaccine passport has kind of been abolished. Not completely, but they're not it's no longer mandatory for them to ask you for it. They don't have to anymore. If they want to, they're encouraged to. Some places do, some places don't, and that's in itself is causing some controversy. But you don't have to ask for it anymore. The next thing on the list is sort of getting rid of the masks. That might be happening this month, or we'll see how things go. But so COVID's kind of calming down, but then this whole war thing is sort of ramping up, and people are markets are abysmal. So it makes sense. Nobody really knows what to do with their money or where to put it. And NFTs are still highly speculative. So I could see why people aren't really willing to just throw their money into it right now. But anyways, that's all I got for today. It's interesting just to see kind of where we're at with certain things. If you like, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.